Good evening, my friends, and welcome to this evening's Juve therapy session live. It's Tuesday night live for us, my friends, and welcome to the chat, welcome to the stream. My name is Roman, and how many of you are there? I don't know. Honestly, it's great to see you. If you are 2, 5, 10, 15, 20,000 people, I don't know. It's just very nice that somebody is watching this one and following my channel. So thank you so much for joining in the chat. Ruffle, thank you so much for joining. Yo, yo, he says, and I say yo, yo back. Tomorrow, my friends, we have a huge game. Well, it's historically huge because it is Fiorentina against Juventus. It is their fiercest rival in Juve. For us, it's just any other game, but for them, it's like the Juve, the nemesis, the biggest rival, the history. We'll talk about the history and all that jazz, of course. But yeah, the most recent controversy between those two clubs is, of course, Dusan Vlahovic going from Fiorentina to Juve, just like Federico Bernardeschi did, just like Chiesa did, just like Quadrado did, many others. Roberto Baggio, of course. So we have a lot of history between the clubs. So tomorrow it is the Coppa Italia semi-final. There is not a game in the league. This is Serie A. This is Coppa Italia. First leg. Second leg will be played later. So there are two games in the semi-final. What is there to say about these days with you regarding to Juve? It's of course very unlucky because we have so many injuries. I think we have 9 players injured with 2 more, and we can field the full 11. Aside for the J medical staff, we only need two J medical staff members, and we have a good 11 to field against whoever, on crutches. Yeah. It's just crazy. We are so unlucky with injuries. And the question now also needs to be asked whether these injuries are because of, well, tiredness. They are tired, but they still have to play, and then they get injured. Is it unlucky? Are they unlucky? Or is there something going on at the J Medical? I think this is a mixture of both, to be honest. Of course, Weston McKennie's injury is pure luck or unluck. Very sad that he is out for several weeks and months. But this is nothing we can do about. Gemerico can't do anything about it. Continassa can't do anything about it. These injuries happen. I'm not sure if the injury for Chiesa is something that we can also blame on J Medical, because as I said before many times, my friends, Chiesa is an explosive player, and when explosive players make those swift turns, make things happen, sometimes some muscles just snap, something just doesn't go right. And in his case, unfortunately, it was an ACL injury. He got the surgery as planned, and now of course he's out for several weeks, months, and won't be back until maybe even 2023. I don't expect him to be back very soon. At least it's a real shame, but it is what it is. And the rest, I mean, there are injuries, just nagging injuries. It is Alexandro, it is Rugani. I think he's fine. However, Leonardo Bonucci is not 100%. Giorgio Chiellini, Paolo Dybala, of course, Weston McKennie, as I said previously. And many others. I mean, Zakaria being the latest one to sustain that injury. But according to his history, the real shame, this is so shame that he gets injured, because if you look at his injury history, it's not so surprising that he got injured, huh? Because he has been a very injury prone player previously in the Bundesliga. So yeah, don't be surprised that he got injured once again now, and he never got going since his arrival in January. We had like 2-3 decent games for Juve, but now of course he got injured in last game, and it's a real shame. So I mean, it's Empoli away. It was no matter. We won 3-2, but it is still a real shame that he is out now for the at least 20 days, it seems. So he will miss most probably the Villarreal return leg, which is also a real shame. And of course, tomorrow's game against Fiorentina. And this is what we're going to talk about now. Once again, if you just joined the stream, thank you so much for joining. Don't go anywhere. Smash a hi in the chat. Let me know who you are. And let's discuss Juve against Fiorentina, or Fiorentina against Juve in Firenze. Beautiful city of Florence. Focus on Serie A. Just go full under 23 against Fiorentina. Well, unfortunately, that's not going to happen because we have the called up list. Let me see if I can find it. It's a real shame, actually, that we have so many youngsters in the side. It's, of course, beautiful for some people, but for me, it's just, we're not gonna. I want to win, and honestly, I'm not sure. I'm not sure we're winning and progressing with so many youngsters in the side. But let's have a look. Let's have a look at the called up list, the squad list for tomorrow. There are a lot of youngsters there. Ciao, Steve. Welcome to the stream. Thank you so much for joining. 2 visitors from Canada today. Very good. Thank you, my friend. Thank you for letting me know. And enjoy. Enjoy. Say hi from me. It's beautiful, beautiful that you have company. But here we go, my friends. Here we go. It is Fiorentina against Juventus squad list. We have Wojciech Szczesny, Pinsolio, Perin as the goalkeepers. No surprise there. Defenders. Mattia Di Cigno is back from injury, it seems. Matthijs de Ligt still in the mix, of course. Danilo is back and Pompin. Quadrado, Pellegrini, Bonucci is not 100%, but he is with the squad too. Florence, and of course, the Rabiot nemesis, Stramacchioni. Lovely name. Of course, I don't think he isn't related to the previous Merda coach, Stramacchioni, but he is still in the squad for amongst the defenders. For the midfields, Arthur, Rabiot, Locatelli, and Miretti, and that's it. And that's it, my friends. We have four guys, and 3 of them may start. Maybe 2. Maybe we'll feel a 4-4-2, 3-5-2, maybe. I won't be surprised if we go with a 3-5-2. We'll talk about that a bit later. Miretti is in the side for amongst the midfielders. Great to see. Youngster, positive youngster, very promising player. Don't expect him to play many minutes tomorrow. I'd be surprised if he starts. If he does, it will be very un-Allegri, like to do just that. Forwards, and this is becoming interesting. Forwards, Vlahovic, Morata, Moisken, Ake, and Sule. This is interesting. Why? Because as per Allegri, one of the youngsters, which means Miretti, Stramacchioni, Ake, Sule, will start. I think that could either be Miretti or Ake. I don't think Sule will start, or maybe he will. But there are rumors that Ake will start tomorrow, which is very interesting. Which is very, very interesting because the guy has talent, no doubt about it. The guy has talent and skill. But I don't know. It's just something. It's not something that we think too much about because it's Vlahovic. It's all the talk is about Vlahovic. It's talk about the rivalry between the players and the clubs, of course, and then the small matter of Ake, a youngster, starting, and he may well surprise us all tomorrow if he starts because the guy has pace, the guy has talent, the guy has that determination to do well. So we'll see if he actually starts tomorrow. I'll be excited. He will just go under the radar basically because the talk is about the biggest rivalry for Fiorentina, Vlahovic returning to Florence, Bonucci not 100%, injury prone Juve, and then suddenly Ake appears out of nowhere. Suspected Crab, welcome to the stream. I like Perin. Well, so do I, and this is why I think he will start tomorrow. Since it's Coppa Italia game, and I honestly think that Allegri will rotate rightfully so. Perin will probably start tomorrow, my friends. But we don't know. Maybe this is semi-final, and now the stuff gets serious, and this is why we need to like play with our best players. And Chesney might start, but I agree with Crab. I think Perin deserves to get the nod tomorrow. So, which means, my friends, the rumored lineup for tomorrow. We just go diving straight into it. 10 minutes into the live, my friends. Let's see. So this is my predicted. Ciao, Ali. Welcome, welcome, welcome. By the way, guys, if you just joined, just let me know what you think about tomorrow's game predictions, and of course, what is your feeling? What is your feeling about the game tomorrow? Because it is the biggest rivalry for Fiorentina. For Juve, it's just another game. Of course, it's Coppa Italia semi-final, but you know, it's still a game. Still a game that needs to be won if we are to get that trophy of Coppa Italia, get that shield on our jerseys for next season as well. That would be lovely. So this is a predicted lineup for tomorrow. Slight adjustments there, I think, because since we have so few players in the midfield, I think. And by the way, Allegri confirmed today. This is a confirmation from Allegri. De Chilio will start, and this is why he starts right here. But it could very well be just like this. De Chilio starting on the left, Pellegrini on the bench, Quadrado playing on the right, Arthur and Locatelli in the middle. And then we have a small matter of missing players on the left. And maybe, just maybe, we get to see Miretti there. But honestly, guys, I don't know. I don't know what he's thinking. I don't know what he's on about. Most probably, I won't be surprised if he actually feels Pellegrini and he sticks Quadrado in the middle and De Sciglio starts just like the original lineup was, with Arthur Locatelli starting alongside Quadrado. So Quadrado will be switched into the midfield and Rabiot will get his rest. The rest he badly needs. Badly needs. Vlahovic will play, says Enchanted Dreamer. Piontek and Vlahovic will score tomorrow, says Davidson. Welcome to the stream, guys. That might happen. Piontek is a dangerous player, and Vlahovic, of course, will score. It is between Moise and Vlahovic and Morata who starts. So it's either Moise and Morata, or it is Ken and Vlahovic. Maybe it's Morata and Vlahovic. We don't know that just yet, so we'll see tomorrow. But if we do play Vlahovic tomorrow against Fiorentina, there will be fireworks, there will be tension, so to speak, in Florence, because he returns to his old club and to his old place, basically. And I don't know. Will he handle that pressure? Does he need to handle that pressure? Maybe we can just avoid that by not playing him tomorrow. And tomorrow is the first game. It's the first leg. So even though Allegri said we need to win, we need to score tomorrow. Scoring tomorrow is an important thing. I'm not sure if Vlahovic should be risked tomorrow. If he is risked, I think this is the most probable lineup for Morata and Vlahovic will start together, since Moise started last time. And Ake, most trusted journalists, trusted reports are that Ake will play from the start tomorrow, which means he'll be playing here on the right side next to Vlahovic and Morata or Moise. Pellegrini may play on the left. It may be De Chilio and Corrado slotting in at the right back, but I do think this will be the most logical lineup if he goes with a 4-3-3 or 4-4-2. Oh, sorry. There we go. Arthur Quadrado in the middle. Oh, why are you jumping to the right flank? There we go. He loves it on the right flank, doesn't he? And then he will just play like this. Maybe. Because I feel that Rabiot needs to be benched at some point, and this will be the most logical time to bench him, since we have, well, played him every single game as much as something I can remember. We'll see. We'll see. So we'll see tomorrow what happens. But what we know for sure is that De Ligt and Danilo will start from the first get go. Bonucci is not 100%, guys. Mattia Perin most probably starting in goal because this is a Coppa game. Locatelli, Arthur, probably also Quadrado start. I do not know that for sure. Let me know, guys, what you think about this setup. Of course, this is just me thinking out loud. Nothing is confirmed until before tomorrow. Bushini, welcome to the stream. Yes, we are playing tomorrow. This is a preview for tomorrow's game. Fiorentina against Juve. So, I mean, Mattia Di Ciglio starting. It could be on the left, it could be on the right, but it just makes more sense for me to play him on the right since we have Pellegrini available. Once again, if you haven't seen it, let me show you the squad list that the players are called up to this game. So if we do play Arthur and Locatelli and Rabiot, then we're playing all of our first senior players from the midfield, and we can't afford any more injuries there. Remember, Arthur injury prone. Rabiot has played many games, and we just cannot risk Locatelli getting injured. So maybe one of those three need to be benched in order to complete this lineup. And if it is one of those three, I'd say Rabiot because he has played many games. And of course, question to Allegri is: will he start Miretti or will he go with utilizing Quadrado in the midfield? I don't know. But as I said before, Ake might start. Two of Vlahovic, Morata, and can also start. Bonucci is not 100%, so this is why he will be in the squad, but not starting. That is according to sources. So we basically don't have any options than to start De Ligt and Danilo in the center of the defense. Expect Sule and Miretti. Italian journalists talked about them so much, says Wolf. Welcome to the stream, Wolf. Yes, I'm expecting also them to feature. Most likely rumors are that Akia will start, though. But if Sule starts, that could also be interesting. And Miretti would also be logical, but then we will at least field the midfielder in the midfield, not tinkering around with guys like Danilo, Pellegrini, Quadrado, shifting, I don't know, Morata down to midfield or whatever crazy. Just field the midfielder in the midfield, and that's it. We're done. So Arthur, Locatelli, and Miretti might start, or Rabiot, Locatelli, Miretti. We'll see. We'll see what happens. But one of those youngsters will start tomorrow, it seems, and this is very exciting. It is away to Fiorentina. It is a tough game. They will just go at us. Italiano is a very intriguing coach, and this will be tough. This will not be easy, my friends. This will not be easy. So this is why I'm glad. I'm glad, honestly, that this is two legs and not just one leg. Sule, Ken, and Ake all the way up front. Intriguing. I don't think it will work though. Ken as a target man. I've said this many times. Pusinho. Ken will not work as a center in the middle, basically. So Moise Ken on the flank, however, much better in my opinion. I wish to see Ake on the pitch, says Davison. Yes, that could be the case, that he might start. I don't think he'll be playing the full game, so maybe it all depends on whether we will score in that game. So honestly, guys, expect the expected. Expect the expected, because we will defend tomorrow, as we usually do. We will defend. Don't you worry. We will score, maybe Maybe if we score, we will sit back and just let them come at us like we usually do. This is injury. There are so many injuries at Juve. We basically have no other option. We cannot afford to control this game because we're not used to controlling games with the ball. We maybe have this idea of controlling the games without the ball for some strange reason, but it works apparently. Apparently, Allegri is happy. So who am I to judge? So yes, it is the away goals. Yes, they do count. Boschini, that is correct. Um, and tomorrow we will defend. I just don't see us any other way. We will at some point during the game. Maybe we'll go on some counterattacks. Just this will be the plan of Allegri. Just look at our lineup. Just look at our setup. How many players do we have in the defense? How many players do we have in the midfield who can actually control the game with the ball? None. We defended our asses against Everton. Empoli. Everton. What is this? We defended and counterattacked against Empoli. We defended against Villarreal, against Torino. We had interesting open game against Atalanta, even though we defended again against them as well towards the end of the game. So we will defend for most part of that game tomorrow. Guarantee 100%. We will defend, but we will also attack when we have those options. Maybe in the first 5-10 minutes we will attack, try to score early, but that's it. We will defend. Our approach will be minimal score line. I guarantee you, we will not score 2, 3, 4 goals. I'd be massively surprised if we do score 3 or more tomorrow. 1 goal, I think this will be enough for Allegri to go back to Turin. If we do lose 2-1, this will not be a big deal. So, I mean, I will not say to you guys that expect losing tomorrow, but don't be surprised if we get an out tomorrow. Don't be surprised. Of course, it's also up to Italiano and Fiorentina whether we score or not. Well, it's up to us really, but also how much pressure will Italiano put on us, Fiorentina players? How many players will go in attack to score against Juve? And this is the rivalry for them, so they will be up for this. They will probably be more up for this than we will be. And I mean, if we start, let's say that we start Morata, Ken, Ake all the way up front. Let's just pretend we do Morata, Ake, and Moise Ken. Morata will be eaten alive because they will be fierce. They will be fierce in defending. They will be on the offense. We will have no chance to create anything, maybe apart from the pace from Ake and maybe the pace from Moise Ken. But with Morata in the middle or Moise Ken in the middle, that will not help at all. So tomorrow we will defend Allegri style. Just prepare yourselves. But we may win. We may win, my friends. 1-0, maybe. But it will be a defensive game plan tomorrow, without a doubt, guys, because we have no other option. The attacking option is un-Allegri-like. The attacking option is opening us up in the middle and in defense. This is not Allegri-like. So we want to look different, but we will not look any different with this coach at our in our side, unfortunately. So we will play with the result in mind. That's it. If youngsters will have a good time on the pitch, you will not play an ordinary game. They will add some energy. Maybe, Wolf. Yes, that's a good point. But it's Allegri's game plan that decides the whole thing. I don't see us going all out attack just because we have Miretti, just because we have Ake on the pitch. I don't see it. I think this will be, again, flashes of talent on the pitch. If we start with Ake, we'll see some great turns, we'll see some runs, But the game plan, the overall game plan, will be concede as minimal as possible. Concede one if you have to, but we must score goals tomorrow. We be if it will be if it's one, fine. If it's two, I'll be surprised. Three, I'll be very surprised. But the game plan tomorrow will be defend and going on the counterattack, scoring one or two, or scoring early and then sit back, just like we did for the past 5 games, or well, for the whole season almost, you know. So yeah, don't expect fireworks tomorrow. We're playing for the result. This is the result based right now. Triple D in defense, Danilo Delict De Chilio says crap. Yes, we'll start Morata, Vlahovic, Roberto Baggio and still lose. Doubt it. But I'd say this though. Should we lose tomorrow, don't despair, because this is the first leg. Second leg, we'll have players back. Don't forget, we have also Cuadrado in the side, who also knows this rivalry. And who else is there? Well, Chiellini isn't there, but he will be back for the return leg. Hopefully, he has also played for Fiorentina before. He knows all about this. It is what it is. There are players that will be returned that know more about this rivalry, how to control their anger, so to speak. In all honesty, guys, let's be fair. I think this rivalry between the clubs is more of on the fan and maybe management level. But for the players, I don't think they care so much anymore. Maybe they did so in the past, but not so much anymore. Maybe Vlahovic move kind of sparked something. Maybe Vlahovic move just sparked some anger. Some anger. But it is what it is. Players go from one club to another. And of course, let's put up a list. I mean, we remember Roberto Baggio sparking that insane anger from Fiorentina just before the 1990s World Cup. And then, well, we allegedly stole the Scudetto in the in the 80s. I think it was early 80s. And then, of course, the Cuadrado move, even though that didn't matter much. The Chiesa move sparked a lot. Vlahovic, of course, Bernardeschi. We remember Felipe Melo, even though he was not exactly a world-class player for us. But yeah, we have, you know what? We have the upper hand. Because, I'm sorry, Viola. I'm sorry, Fiorentina. We are a bigger club than you. So don't you go to Federico Chiesa and go to him and say, you know what? You can go, but don't go to Juve. And Chiesa says, you know what? I'm sorry. I want to win titles. I want to stay in Italy, but I want to win titles. I want to win big things. Who are you? Who are you, Fiorentina, to tell the guy, no, you will stay with us? You will destroy his career. He needs to push himself. This is why, I'm sorry, Cristiano Ronaldo moved from Sporting to Manchester United. This is why we have big stars starting small and going to bigger clubs to push themselves, to showcase themselves on a bigger level, higher level. And if you're not allowing players to do so, Vlahovic, Chiesa, freaking Bernardeschi, Roberto Baggio for that matter, I mean, these players need to play. And this is what football is all about. Playing at the highest possible level, getting those freaking trophies. Huh? And if you're just staying in Fiorentina playing mid-table club, well, you will play. You may become a legend of the club. You may be getting them to I don't know, Europa League, maybe the Champions League. But if you're thinking yourself, a bit selfish perhaps, you need to grow as a player. And will you grow as a player when you're staying at one club? Look at Domenico Berardi. Domenico Berardi is a very good example. If he moved from Sassuolo to some other club earlier during his career, he might become better. Or maybe he just doesn't have the balls to do just that. I remember we had him in the ranks, by the way. We never really used him. We only used him in some co-ownership deals or whatever. So there we go. I mean, why they're mad? Of course, I understand why they're mad. But if you're looking at the bigger picture, calma. It's a part of the deal. When you become bigger, when Fiorentina start winning trophies, start looking more like Atalanta, for example, then we'll talk. Then we'll talk. But I'm sorry, but Viola, when you're sitting, I don't know, fifth, sixth, seventh place, whereabouts, when you're playing in the mid-table, season after season after season, granted, yes, congratulations, well done. You are finding new beautiful talent. You are making them look very attractive for the market. Well done. But the time, I mean, this is the football life. Simple. I think Fiorentina did that move to protect themselves from the bad vibes of their fans. Fiorentina will say never no to the good deal. And this is also a good point from Wolf. Yes, money, monetas, their management, pesos, lire, freaking euros, rubles. Well, not rubles anymore. You won't get much with rubles these days. But yeah, money. If an offer comes in, the management you should be blaming, not the player. Management, if the manager decides to sell, then okay, well, it's up to management. If they say no, he stays. I'm sorry, he's under contract. But it's all about the money. Of course, Wolf. I completely agree. Great comment. Yes. Fiorentina will never say no to a good deal. Yes, exactly. Why? Because money. They can build the infrastructure. They can build up on getting another new talent. I'm not sure if Piontek is the answer, but the replacement they got for Vlahovic, I don't remember his name, doesn't look particularly promising. So that money, maybe he will look promising in the future, but right now it looks a bit unsettled. We'll see if that changes in the future. But then again, those 70 freaking million or whatever we paid for Vlahovic, they will invest wisely because I know Viola. Viola will do that. Viola know how to do just that. And the Chiesa money that will just come dripping in season after season after season for the next 3 years, I think. It's a nice income to have in these days. So I mean, this is a good deal economically, financially for Fiorentina. And I understand that fans are just looking at the pitch. They're looking at the pitch and they miss Chiesa, they miss Vlahovic, and they miss more and more and more players. There we go. This is life. This is what happens when you are just a smaller club feeding on the income for these players. That's it. And we, of course, spending stupidly sometimes. Felipe Melo, Federico Bernardeschi was an expensive purchase these days. I think it was 40 or 30 million for Bernardeschi. I'm not sure if that paid off. Yeah. It is what it is, guys. But I can understand this rivalry between the clubs. They have no rival next in their town, not respectable rival, so to speak. So they found one in Juve. And this is why this game tomorrow, my friends, this game tomorrow is very, very for the fans, so to speak. More for the fans than for the players. So there will be fireworks. There will be stuff tomorrow happening. There will be chants. There will be whistles. There will be hate towards Vlahovic for sure. I just hope that it won't come to any racist comments because we have enough of that. It's 2022, for heaven's sake. Stop that. And yeah, that's it. That's all I'm going to say about Fiorentina. Lovely bunch of guys, but fierce rivalry it is tomorrow. 2 games we have get to play against them, and I don't remember last time we played them against them in Coppa Italia, by the way. So that will be also intriguing. Yes, so there we go. What season this jersey is? I don't know actually. I'm very bad at those seasons. Anish, welcome to the stream, by the way. I don't know. This fake, by the way. I bought it at some used. I don't know, crappy corner shop in Russia. This was actually my first kit, so to speak, with of course Del Piero. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, there we go. Del Piero at the back. Yes, lovely, lovely, lovely. Alex Del Piero. Talking too much Fiorentina. Well, I'm sorry. So yes, this is it, and this is um, one of those games where anything can happen. If they get too angry, if they get too passionate about Vlahovic, mm, I'm just glad that Demiral doesn't play for Fiorentina tomorrow, because he will go too fully tackled at Vlahovic, and we just don't need that. So I will be mad at Viola players tomorrow if they are going out on the pitch tomorrow to injure Vlahovic tomorrow. That's not unsportsmanlike, so to speak. That's very, very, very bad for us. RB comes, welcome to the stream, Rob. Nice to see you. Juventus peak in March. Allegri smiling. Yes, indeed. Yeah, well, we'll see. We'll see if we peak. Doesn't look that way, huh? With all those injuries. Remember, guys, we have so many injuries, as I said at the beginning of the stream. If you just joined, don't forget to smash a like, subscribe to the channel if you haven't. But if you could add two more individuals to those who are injured, you can field a very nice starting 11. I mean, it's two players. It's two J Medical individuals. J Medical staff members can add. You can add those two to that list, and that's it. We have 9 players out with injury, which is crazy. On Thursday, apparently, we'll have Paulo Dybala back. Unfortunately, I don't think we'll see him at his peak, not until maybe April. I just know Dybala too well. We shouldn't expect much from Paulo Dybala. His contract isn't signed with Juve, so he's still on the free market at the summer, which is crazy. And Bernardeschi apparently will be back also on Thursday. We'll see. We'll see what happens. And then, of course, we have Alexandro. Lurgani is apparently fine. Zakaria will be not back until April. I'm missing track of all these guys. All these players injured. It's crazy. It's absolutely insane. If Bernardeschi is available, would you play him over Rabiot? Yes, actually, Divial, I would. Welcome to the stream. Yes, he isn't available, by the way, unfortunately. Let me pull up the squad list, by the way. Once again, my friends, this is the squad list for tomorrow. No Bernardeschi, no freaking Chiellini. Chiellini is also injured, yes. De Chilio is back. Nice to see him back. According to Allegri, he will start tomorrow. Whether to be a left back, right back, not sure. And of course, no Dybala and Zakaria, and of course Chiesa. Those are the names that just pop into my head straight away. But there are probably more that are missing. And Weston McKennie, of course, yes, there's another name, is out. The midfield is just not good. It's I don't be surprised if also Rabiot gets injury tomorrow, because he's been playing a lot lately. So yeah, and you wonder, where are those injuries coming from? Rotation, lack of it, perhaps. Yeah. But he has a good point from Divial. Yes, if Bernardeschi is available, I would start him over Rabiot. No question about it, my friend. No question about it. So, my friends, let me know your starting lineup tomorrow. What would you like to see tomorrow? Huh? Let's discuss that a little bit. Let's have your opinions in the chat. Which lineup do you realistically think we will see tomorrow? Once again, this is just nonsense. From me, I think Locatelli, Arthur, and Cuadrado will start in the middle. I may be wrong, could possibly be wrong. I do believe Perin will start. Perin will start at the back in goal, because this is a Coppa Italia. Ciao Jeremiah, welcome to the stream. Thank you so much for good comments from Anish. My health is slightly improving. Yes, thank you Anish for noticing. I appreciate it. Ravas 29, welcome to the stream once again. To many of you who are new to the channel, my name is Roman. Hi, nice to see you. Well, I do this solo, freaking solo, this YouTube channel. So I appreciate your support. Spread the word that I'm doing this one, and yeah, let's see how that goes. Will Demiral be back next season? Good question, Ravaz. Good question. No, I don't think so. I don't think he will be back, honestly. If he will be, something's gotta give. Um, Maybe if Chiellini retires, which I think he will after this season, and maybe Demiral will be back. My thoughts on the player: I think he's aggressive. I think he is very nasty at times, and he has that fino alla fine feeling, that spirit, just like Vlahovic. He reminds me a little bit of Vlahovic in the mentality, but I think he has too many mistakes in him. I think he is not fully um, completed defender. I think he has a lot to work with. And unfortunately, we just don't have that luxury to let him make those mistakes. This is for Demiral. Let me just take that one away. Come on, man. There you go. So yeah, will Demiral be back next season? Maybe if I'll highlight this one. Maybe if Chiellini is retiring after this season. Whatever happens with Matthijs de Ligt is also interesting. Whatever happens with him during this summer, will he resign a new contract or will he leave? If he leaves, everything is up in the air, my friends. Everything is up in the air. We just don't know. Well, then we will need another center back. Then we need to reinvest those money. Good. What's up with Rudiger? I've seen rumors of Rudiger probably coming in and replacing whoever that may be in the center of the defense. And of course, well, the talks of Zaniolo. I've seen those as well. Okay player. I mean, he is good. He is good, but is he that good as we say he is? As some Juventini say that he is? No, I don't think so. 2 ACLs. No. I mean, then it's just better to renew Dybala, in my opinion. At least Dybala knows the club and knows what it takes. Zaniolo, I take Zaniolo on a free, but that would not happen with Roma. I hear the rumors are that they will discuss the deal only if there's worth of 70 million euros. That's not going to happen. Ciao. So, yeah. First, they have to renew with Zaniolo, and then we can talk. But as of now, Zaniolo, I think, will leave on a free transfer after this season, if I'm not mistaken. But we'll see what happens. So that was Zaniolo. Thank you so much for the question. That was a great question regarding Demiral. Haven't really talked much about Demiral. He's doing well at Atalanta, I remember. But we have Gatti, says Wolf. Yes, I've seen Gatti. He's out on loan this season in Serie B. Yes, but will he take the step to replace Chiellini should he leave or retire? Is he that good? I'm not sure that he is. Maybe we're thinking more about vice Bonucci. Instead of Bonucci, we'll have Gatti. Then we'll have more, several seasons before we can actually get Gatti to play. And the danger is, if this Gatti guy is coming to you for next season, he will become the new Rugani. And there is another talent destroyed. Rugani was one of the biggest talents in Italian football for 10 years ago or something. 7 years ago. And we, unfortunately, well, it's partially his fault, partially our fault, that he never managed to take that step further. Maybe he should have stayed at Empoli. Maybe he should have stayed in that mid-table niche, not going to Juve and sit on the bench and improve by looking at Chiellini, Bonucci, and Barzagli, which he never did. He never improved. He has been always the freaking same. This season he has been okay, but how many games did he play? 5, 6? It's just not enough to rate him, to rate his season really, because we know Rugani. We know he's unreliable when played on a consistent basis. And Gatti is an interesting player. Yes, I've seen some highlights, but yeah, it is what it is. Early days. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens with our roster after this season. First and foremost, if De Ligt decides to leave, I'll be surprised. One and two, and we'll get to go and get that another center back just as good as De Ligt, and that's not gonna happen. We will actually decline in defending, and defending, that's all we do with Allegri. So yeah, it's better that we keep De Ligt just because of how Allegri chooses to play his football. Bernardeschi out, Zaniolo in, says Divial. Ooh, that's a tough one. Different players. I get what you're coming from, but they're different players. Bernardeschi is more of a worker than Zaniolo, and Zaniolo is more technical than Bernardeschi. Again, we have to look at how Allegri plays his football. If we throw 11 Messis to Allegri, we will lose every game. Now, if we throw 11 Mbappes at Allegri, we will lose every game. Just because Allegri isn't capable of creating offensive, attacking football. If we give him 11, I don't know, Gavis or De Bruyne's, it's just, yeah, the creativity is utilizing the creative players and making them look absolutely fantastic isn't his strong suit. I'm talking about Allegri. So, yeah, this is why I'm not so sure if Zaniolo is a good fit for us, but maybe he is. I'll go with 3-4-2-3-1. Quadrado, Danilo, De Ligt, Pellegrini at the back. Okay, I get that, Jeremiah. Arthur, Locatelli, Rabiot once again. Arthur, Locatelli at the back. Rabiot further up the pitch, I don't know where. And Ken Ake, Vlahovic. Interesting from Jeremiah, yes. Very, very interesting lineup. I only question, who are you planning to play in the middle? Behind Vlahovic. What's your take on Miretti? Antonio, welcome to the stream, Antonio. First time I've seen you here, by the way. I love that I see so many new faces. Lovely, lovely. Thank you so much for joining, guys. I really, really appreciate it. Don't forget to subscribe, by the way. We'll be doing, of course, the watch along tomorrow for the Fiorentina against Juve. It'll be lovely also. So don't forget to join in on watch along tomorrow. What's your take on Miretti? Is he really as good as people are saying? I've watched 20 minutes of my Miretti, to be honest, and he looks okay, I guess, just like any promising youngster. I don't know. Very tough to say. Very, very tough to say. But of course, if he decides to start tomorrow, well, if Allegri wants to start him, let's start him and let's see what happens. But yeah, I don't expect much. I don't expect much from Miretti away to Fiorentina, semifinal Coppa Italia. Maybe 10 minutes. We'll see him tomorrow, and we'll see what he's all about. Yeah, just like Fagioli, as soon as he gets some minutes, he'll probably loaned out to Serie B side next season. Maybe this is annoying to some, like Rovella. I've seen some comments about Rovella. I think it was Divial who commented on Rovella. This is also a point that we need to talk about, how to utilize, how to optimize the player. Is it by sitting on the bench for Juve or playing full 90 for Cremonese in Serie B, getting that experience, balling like crazy? I'd say, come on, let's play. It's better for a player to play than to sit on the bench. It is always the case. It always will be the case. If you are good enough to play for Juve, you will play for Juve. Don't you worry. But then first, show me what you can do in Serie B, and then let's see what happens. Gatti and De Ligt would be so awesome. The heir to Bonucci and Chiellini legacy. Yeah, it sounds intriguing, doesn't it? Yeah, Jeremiah, I agree. Rumors of Gravenberch or Jorginho for the summer mercato. If that's the case, both are DM. So where would Rovella play? Rovella will be assessed. Great question from Antonio, by the way. Let me highlight this one. Ravella will be assessed during the summer after the season, whether he will be staying or leaving on loan once again. My feeling is that he may be staying. It also depends on what happens with Weston McKennie. Ramsey, remember, Ramsey is still only on loan. What happens with Rabiot? Will he be going? Will he be staying? Arthur, I mean, all of these players, maybe just apart from Manuel Locatelli, are on the chopping block, it seems. If a good offer comes in, they will leave. That looks like to be the case with our midfield. So the midfield is absolutely in shambles. And Zakaria, of course, he will most likely stay just because we just got him. That's it. Where would he stay as a defensive midfielder like he's playing at Genoa or play as a Mezzala? I honestly do not know what Allegri will be planning because it's Allegri's circus, basically. But I think, honestly, he would fit in. Him and Locatelli is a very intriguing pair. Of course, he could very well be Mezzala. Most probably, he'll be playing there. But then we need a central defensive midfielder, proper one. Maybe Jorginho is the answer. Maybe. Or is Arthur actually going to improve his proactive play, his offensive play? Because Arthur, Ravaz, a good comment from Ravaz. I see Arthur being a better DM than Locatelli. I agree, because Arthur is used to that position. He used to play both out from the back. The only thing that he needs to do better is to pass forward. Dare to attack, dare to create, dare to make that crazy pass, dare to run past players. Don't just turn on the ball and recycle it going backwards. You need to go forward. You need to get the ball out of the danger zone, not to keep it in the danger zone. So this is the problem with Arthur. For Gravenberch and Jorginho, Gravenberch, I don't know much about. Many people are talking about him. I haven't seen much of him, so I am not in liberty to say whether he will be fitting or not. But as far as I know, now we've got Zakaria. We have that player that we need in terms of getting the ball back. This is what he was brought in for, it seems. So we'll see what he can do. But Jorginho, of course, it's an intriguing rumor. Not sure if this is a reality or just paper talk. Most probably this is just paper talk for now. But with all these changes that are happening in the world right now, with Chelsea, Abramovich are getting rid of Chelsea, basically selling them or whatever. Yeah, we never know. We never know what's going to happen next month, guys. Never know. Question from DVL, but thank you so much for the question, Antonio. Love it. DVL, when is McKennie and Chiesa coming back? Chiesa isn't coming back until next year, I think. Well, they say he will be coming back next season, but this is an explosive player, guys. Let me highlight this one, by the way. This is an explosive player, and this means that he needs to recover properly, 110% properly. So maybe November, December, October, if we're lucky for Chiesa. McKennie, May at the earliest. May. So maybe he'll be ready for the Champions League final. Who knows? Who knows? Hope we can go for Traoré from Sassuolo in the summer. Yes, I agree. I think we have some option or something with Sassuolo about him. Great potential. I agree. He's very creative and excellent finisher. He won't be too expensive. This is an offensive player, Jeremiah. I'll highlight this one because I like the player. This is an offensive player, and I have my doubts. On forward players recently, because of Allegri's obsession with not losing rather than trying to win football matches. To win, I'm not going to say with entertainment. I know his comment. Allegri was out and saying, if you want entertainment, you go to the circus. I mean, I'm sorry. You have Dybala, Vlahovic, Chiesa. Well, not Chiesa now, not Dybala, but you have the means to at least try, like it was against Torino. Against Torino, we had all the tools that we needed to attack, play attacking good football. What did we do? We defended like absolute, well, chickens. Bad cooked chicken. Undercooked chicken. So yeah, great potential. I agree, Jeremiah. Yes, so it will be interesting to see if he arrives. If he does, we have options. We have options going forward, my friend. Yes, we do. And on the left flank, this is where we need options because I don't want to see any Mandzukic light with Morata and Ken. It sounds intriguing. Yes, it works, but you don't get much penetration from the left. They will always cut inside. They will always track inside, and they will not get crosses from the left, which for me personally, I just hate it. I need those crosses from the left and from the right so that, well, Vlahovic can be in the middle and just tap them in. Okay, we're closing in on the end of the stream, my friends. Thank you so much for joining. Last comments from you, just smash them in the comment section and let's see if we can answer and comment on them. Arthur is moving the ball forward lately. Yes, he does. Motasim, welcome, but he needs to do that more, much more, and more productively. More the dare, he needs to just do it. Just don't think and just do it. Just try. If he fails, fine, but at least he tries. What I don't want to see Arthur do is sit on the ball and do not pass. Then we will lose that momentum. We will lose the transition period. 2-3 players going forward and Arthur just sitting on the ball. Then Cuadrado, Vlahovic, and Morata will just be very frustrated because Arthur, come on, man, I'm unmarked. Give me the ball. No, Arthur sitting on the ball and waiting to pass it back to freaking Danilo or something. That frustrates me a lot. Yeah, so it is what it is. Predictions for tomorrow, my friends. Prediction. So for me personally, I do believe that we will lose tomorrow, but that is fine. 2-1. I say we lose 2-1 tomorrow, but I'm not going to cry about that result. I think it's okay, fine. Because in the return leg, we will bank them. We will just kick their asses. So 2-1, I expect us to score just like Allegri wants us to do tomorrow. So yes, tomorrow we will score, but I think they will score more goals. Maybe even one from the PK. Maybe we shall see, guys. What is your prediction, my friends? Smash it in the chat before we end up this stream. Just before the Derby della Madonnina, Merda against Milan in the Coppa Italia semifinal. So there we go. So there we go. Yes. All right. Juventus 2-1 to Juve from Jeremiah. We'll see. We'll see if that's true. I do think we will lose this game 2-1, but Jeremiah thinks we will win. So there we go. This is what's fun about predictions. You just expect something and it never really happens, does it? Or maybe it does for you. I don't know. All right, my friends. Thank you. Well, we draw, says Ravas. Yes, this is probably the most, logical, the most predictable prediction. Thank you so much for joining, guys. Thank you. I really, really enjoyed this one tonight. Hope you liked it as well. Like this very stream, subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Spread the word that Juve Therapy is up and running again, and it's more to come. I'm thinking about starting a new series, guys. I mean, a much more historical series on Juve, on Juve players from the past and present. It will be very lovely, much more deep in analysis than we usually expect on YouTube. So it's I hope you like those videos. I'm planning something, so expect something soon from me. Yes, please expect. Thank you so much for Jeremiah. Thank you so much for your great comment. These comments, this is why it kind of motivates me to continue and to talk with you people, because it's very lonely here up in Norway and talking about Juve. It's lonely. I'm so lonely. Win, 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 says Wolf. And on that note, my friends, win, win, win. We say fino alla fine, forza Juve, and I'll see you tomorrow for the watch along Fiorentina against Juve.